Good afternoon. I am the Internet Football Guy, also known as Michaelis on Twitter. And in this video, I'm going to be reviewing week one of the NFL playbook and give everyone my thoughts, my strategy, what I've learned, and what I'll probably just sign up and do again next time as well. So, first, let's start with the playbook on its own. You access the playbook by clicking this little marker up here right next to your little avatar. And what the playbook is a group of challenges that rewards you in yards. And after certain yard markers, you get certain rewards, right? So for 25 yards, you get this metal black banner, sorry. And that's a free reward along with these other ones here. These little packs are called premium rewards. For premium rewards this week, you had to burn 5 moments. And from my interpretation, it sounds like the way you unlock premium rewards could change every week, so I'm curious to see what that is next week. But overall, it's just these challenges you have to complete. You gain yards as you complete them, and then you get rewards depending on how many yards you got. It's a really cool concept. I'm really excited to do it every week. I'm already in a bunch of fantasy football leagues. I'm already watching football every weekend. This is just another way for me to dive into it. And if you ask my wife, she'd probably tell you I don't need to be more engaged in football. But one thing I did learn this week is that I definitely do engage in a different way because of this playbook. So first, let's talk about what my strategy was going into this week when this was announced. When this was announced, I thought it was a little too convoluted and a little too complicated for a new user. I've been in the NFT world for a couple years now. I've been in Top Shot since late 2020. I know my way around a little bit, and I just thought that this might be a little bit of a turnoff to new users, and that still may be the case. But once I saw this, I said, you know what? Let's sell this weekend because the hype is going to be so high. It's never going to be higher. I have all these moments that I collected, over the summer. I was at about 150-ish moments when the game started on Thursday. And my plan was to sell. So going into Thursday, I ended up selling my Stephon Diggs. I ended up selling my Cooper Kupp. I said, we're going to sell, we're going to learn, and then I'll dive in, week two. But then Friday happened. I woke up Friday, FOMO kicked in. I was like, you know what? I really want to do this. I have a lot of moments already. I didn't know what the cost was going to be to complete everything, but I committed on Friday. I said, I'm going to get 100 yards this week. So I ended up buying back in. I bought my old Diggs moment, my old Cooper Kupp moment. Thankfully, I was able to make a couple bucks there because Gabe Davis was not cheap. I think I spent around $80 on him, which I know is overpriced, but I was committed. I wanted to see it through. Sunday comes around. Thankfully, the rushing challenge, I had everyone there except for Jonathan Taylor. The Sunday slate challenge is that one. The Sunday night challenge was the Bucks moment. I believe I had to buy a Russell Gage moment for that. But either way, it was a moment or two for each kind of challenge, except for the end of week challenge. I had all of those already. So I spent a couple $100 probably. But my train of thought is that if we're going to do these challenges and these sets of challenges every week, I want to spread my collection as thin as I can across common moments. Have one of every really I call him fantasy relevant player just for these challenges. And so even though I bought Gabe Davis at $80, if I end up using him 3 or 4 weeks out of the season, it's worth it to me. Even if I could have got him cheaper at a different time, I understand that. But I knew that going in that I might lose some money directly on him, but I'm willing to take that risk. So I ended up going all out. I'm going to end up with 100 yards here. This end of week challenge ends anytime really, with the playbook ending here tonight. So with that said, let's talk about some stuff I loved. I loved that if you completed all of the challenges, you came out to 115 yards. The reason I loved that is because it gave me options. Even like Thursday, if I didn't complete the Thursday challenge, I could have still committed on Sunday, completed all these challenges, and still got to 100 yards. It added a little bit of strategy of, is it worth it to buy this moment to complete X challenge when maybe the Monday night challenge I might have everybody already, and that would be a cheaper one to do. But I really enjoyed having the option there, and I think that's important to keep around. I think if you had to complete every single challenge to get the 5-star pack, it would have been a little bit more of a turnoff for me. I don't know if I would be as excited about the playbook as I am if that was the case. As I mentioned earlier, I was super engaged all weekend, and I normally am just because I love fantasy football as well. But I have kids, I have a wife. It's not as easy as it used to be. But this Sunday, thankfully, my angel of a wife let me go full degen mode. I was completely engaged. I was checking rushing statistics. I'm seeing who I'm going to need for the Tampa Bay game or the Cowboys game. I was so into everything in just a different way than normal. And that was exciting. It was cool to enjoy football in a different way than I have before. Now let's get to the thing I didn't love, and I'm being really nitpicky here, but it's just the favorite team win bonus. Um, I'm a Lions fan, and so I knew going into our game against the Eagles, I was like, I don't know if we're going to win this one. So I held out until about the fourth quarter, and even though that game was close, I really needed this 5 yards because, as I mentioned earlier, if I didn't have it, I would have had to complete both the Monday night challenge and the end of week challenge. And by getting this five yards here from this challenge, it freed me up to make a decision. So I ended up switching to the Dolphins, like I don't know, halfway through the fourth quarter or something on Sunday. Um, Thankfully, I got the points for that. I think they're going to change this going forward. I've heard rumor that they're going to go to like some sort of survivor pool or a pick 'em. It'd be cool to see them incorporate prop bets. But changing this up to not be so team reliant would be cool. The only other thing I didn't love was just explaining to my wife why I was spending money without really thinking about it. But we'll get over that. That's a personal problem. Overall, I really love the experience. I'm super excited for week 2. I do plan on recording a video about players you should be stockpiling right now for week 2. So I'm going to try to film that later and hopefully get both of these videos out in the next couple of days here for everybody. But let me know your thoughts if you enjoyed week 1, if you're looking forward to week 2. If this isn't for you, let me know why. I'd be really curious to hear everyone's feedback. We'll see you guys next video.